Hello, welcome to Return to Retro. I'm Adam. You know, as a man in my 30s, the term elevator action should make me think of this. But because I'm a man in my 30s who grew up playing far too many video games, I think of elevator action for Nintendo. Elevator Action was originally released for the arcade in 1983 and later released for the Nintendo Entertainment System in 1987 by a game company called Taito. Taito's been around since the early 1970s, but they really made an impact in the video game world with the release of the mega hit Space Invaders. You may also be familiar with some of Taito's other NES titles like Operation Wolf, Panic Restaurant, and Bubble Bobble. In Elevator Action, you play as a spy who grappling hooks his way onto the rooftop of a building in order to gain access, steal top-secret files, and make your way to the bottom floor where your getaway car lies in wait. As you make your way down 30 floors via elevators and escalators, you'll have to shoot it out with an endless barrage of trigger-happy security guards. Security guards that bear a striking resemblance to the Black Spy from Spy vs. Spy. As far as games go, it's fun and relatively easy to pick up and start playing. A jumps, B shoots. Of course, you can shoot the bad guys, or you can deliver a devastating jump kick. Did I say devastating? I meant adorable. You can deliver an adorable jump kick. You can jump across an elevator shaft, unless the cable's in the way. You can jump over enemy gunfire or duck under it by pressing down on the D-pad. The D-pad is also used to control the elevators and the escalators. Just remember, because up and down control the elevators, you cannot duck while inside an elevator, which can sometimes put you in a tactical disadvantage. Enemy security guards will also use the elevators and escalators to pursue you. Enemies randomly enter and exit the screen via doors found all throughout the building. The player must enter through every red door in order to obtain all of the secret documents. If you reach the bottom floor having missed any red doors, you will be sent back to the highest floor with a missed red door. After you complete a stage, you move on to another building where the color scheme and layout change, but everything else pretty much stays the same. Unfortunately, that also goes for the music. Ah yes, get used to that song. It's basically the only music you will hear the entire game. Actually, with a game called Elevator Action, I think the music should sound more like this. Beyond that, the number of red doors gradually increases the further you go, maxing out at 10 per stage, and the red door locations are different on every playthrough, which increases the replay value. Also, the enemies do become more challenging. And that's kinda it. There is no end. The stages just keep going and going. There's no castle, there's no princess, there's no giant alien brain, there aren't even any power-ups. In fact, whether you're playing the game in an arcade or at home on your Nintendo, the opening screens don't offer much of anything in terms of story. I mean, it's not like the opening of Double Dragon where they punch your girlfriends so you know you gotta go beat them up. Or like Double Dragon 2 where they shoot your girlfriend so you know you gotta go beat them up. But according to the Elevator Action game manual, the story goes.
As Super Sleuth Agent 17, codename Otto, you must come out from undercover to accept a top-secret mission. Your country's security is at stake. You must sneak through a heavily guarded, top-secret enemy defense building to steal secret government documents. Only well-planned strategies, bullet dodging, quick on the draw accuracy, and black belt karate prowess will allow you to succeed. If you fail, your government will deny any knowledge of you or your assignment. Good luck.
So basically you're James Bond. With goofy hair. Holding a large stack of folders. Sure, there isn't much to the story, and there is no ending. Just good old-fashioned arcade-style fun where you play for points. Glorious points. It would be nice if the points actually gave you something, like maybe an extra life, which as far as I can tell, those do not exist in this game. You get 4 lives, and you're gonna need them. Speaking of points, I should probably mention that the points that you earn by defeating enemies are actually worth more if you shoot out the lamps on the ceilings first. During this blackout period, the level goes dark for a limited time. And it looks cool. It's even cooler if you can kill an enemy with a falling lamp. Which is satisfying, but not as satisfying as crushing an enemy with an elevator. Yeah, that's right, yeah, take that. Yeah, that's right, come here, yeah, so satisfying. Oddly enough, they'll sometimes do this on their own. Heck, sometimes they'll just impatiently jump to their desk for no reason at all. In case you're wondering, no, the enemies never change. In fact, in the game manual, they even have the spy and security guard in the wrong spots in the character section. I wonder what other characters there are in the character section. Getaway car? That's not a character. Lamp? What? Believe it or not, the security guards can be tricky. They can duck under your bullets and eventually even lay down while firing, making them nearly impossible to hit. This makes things especially difficult when you're being shot at from multiple positions. And just like you, they never run out of bullets. Fortunately, they can't deliver one of your patented karate jump kicks. Adorable. Which it is worth pointing out that this is a rare case in a video game where you can actually touch a bad guy and not take damage. This is especially rare for an arcade game where they wanted pretty much everything to kill you quick, so you'd have to put more quarters in to keep playing, and not to mention rare for Nintendo games. Speaking of Nintendo games showing no mercy, this game is no exception. Oh, did I say fun and easy to play? Oh, no. That's just the first few levels. And then it happens. See, it's fun. Hard to believe there are so many people out there that don't like this game. Sure, the gameplay can get monotonous, like any other arcade game. The bad guys can behave erratically. And sometimes you're just left standing there, waiting for an elevator to show up. I do sometimes think it would make more sense to drive to the building, work your way up, and exit from the roof. I suppose that wouldn't really change the game any. Well, I guess there's only so much you can do with the premise. I mean, there isn't really a lot more you can do with the... Oh my god. What is this? That's right. In 1994, elevator action returned in Elevator Action Returns, also known as Elevator Action 2, which was also ported to the Sega Saturn system in 1997. The sequel mirrors the original's platform jumping gameplay, only pushed to the limit, with a large variety of weapons, power-ups, enemies, level interiors, and more. Not to mention a tremendous graphical overhaul and a whole new art style. Whereas Elevator Action Returns, Agent 17, Otto the Super Sleuth, does not. Probably because he was shot to death in the first game. Instead, you can choose between 3 new characters, each with different weapons and abilities. And this time, there actually is a story, and there is an end. So clearly, Taito learned from their mistakes. It's 6 action-packed stages of explosive, bad guy shooting fun. Just watch out for the elevators. Since then, there have actually been quite a few new installments in the Elevator Action franchise. Certainly enough to justify referring to it as a franchise. Ranging from the spiritually faithful to the horribly misguided.
We found a massive elevator that connects the lowest level with the surface. We'll use it to get out of here.
Mistakes were made.
Roger that. Good luck.
So it could very well be that we'll get yet another installment sometime in the near future. Hopefully one that more closely resembles this. Not that. Please, not that. Until then, I will always maintain that the original is an arcade classic, a Nintendo classic, and a game worth revisiting. Just turn it off after stage 4. See you next time!